This is going to be a beast today, by the way. So, what we're on tempo from the door. So, we're doing a 1.5 to 2 hour ride. As soon as you're ready, get the power up to 275 and sit there for the duration of your ride. A nice bit of weather today. You know when they say these things hit you in threes? Well, I've just started touching the brake on my car and I can hear the back left brake. I can hear it starting to grind. So that's a new set of brake pads. Also, we're going on holiday next week, Tuesday, to Estepona, and we're hiring a car, and just checked my driver's license and it runs out on the 8th of June and we fly on the 9th of June. So that's the second thing. The third thing, we don't know yet. We do not know what it's going to be, but they always say, don't they, like bad luck or bad things, whatever, happens in threes. You know what, the third one might actually be the fact that it's absolutely pissing it down and it was glorious weather last week, so we could use that. 10 to 15 minutes steady. So just while we're doing that, I'll talk you through the fueling, what we're going to be looking at. So we've got one bottle of Lucozade, one SAS gel, and one small pack of candy kittens, and I got obviously double set of that, and that is 100 grams or 200 grams of fuel, all of that combined. So hour number one, 100 grams, hour number two, 100 grams. So I'm just going to gel, then the sweets, gel, then the sweets, and then sip the Lucozade in between. Listen, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm a bit in the hurt locker today. We're on Monday the 8th of June, and Saturday was a big day. As you can imagine with any wedding celebration, really good fun, but I didn't get any sleep really. And you know what, I forgot how much a hangover can throw you under the bus. Yesterday I was pretty much wrote off. And you know what, I got a little bit of like beer fear. And I call it beer fear because it's like I just felt anxious all day for no reason. I was just like, just felt weird. But anyway, little bit jaded this morning, but I need to finish some stuff off because tomorrow, we're going on holiday. We're going to Estepona for a week, so I want to make sure I obviously get clients catered for this morning, so those guys know what they're doing. I'm also going to send a couple of well done messages to clients this morning because I've had a client do the Blenheim Palace Triathlon this Saturday and a client do the Leamington Half Marathon Sunday. And considering the weather, I know like weather's not a big thing, but doing the events is great when it's all sunny and amazing. Doing it in this weather is a little bit harder, so huge well done to those guys. Is this the fastest man in Blenheim? Just wanted to drop in with a quick voice note and say, listen, first of all, huge well done for you this Saturday, getting yourself in the bin and over the line. How are you, Mike? Good sir. Just wanted to drop in with a quick voice note, my man, and just let you know that obviously we are now 5 weeks out, so we're going to be starting to turn the screw a little bit more as of this week. And that day off is actually quite important because I want to make sure that you are really, really fresh and good to go for the next brick session. Programming done, currently sat in psychological warfare because I've just looked at my own programming for next week and I've already spoken to my coach about this. I've already looked in Training Peaks. I know it's going to be in there, but this is the current situation. Relax. Now, normally you might think, oh, that sounds amazing, having a week off. Like, that's going to be great. You know what? My head is not enjoying this. I'm like, my head's going to blow up. It's going to blow off. And you know what? I used to really struggle with this. And for a long time, it was because I tied my worth to my performance. So anytime that I rested, anytime that I had recovery, deload, call it whatever you want, it always felt like I was going backwards. It always felt like I wasn't moving. I'm going to end up having to start all over again. And as I say, when you tie your worth to your performance, you are going to struggle with that. Now, it's not about letting your performance go. If anything, it's learning how to get closer to the fact that resting and recovering is the number one thing in order for you to grow. Like stress plus rest equals growth. So I'm going to be taking on my own advice moving into this week. I am going to shift a little bit of tin, but I'm not going to be on the bike smashing out sessions. I'm going to let my body completely relax until next Wednesday. So this is going to be interesting. What I would say, and I've done this before. So I've done this before in the past couple of years. You know, this isn't something new. I know that deloading is important. But one thing that I've done to really help me is make notes and observations before you deload, and then make notes and observations after you deload the week after. So how you feel, how the power feels, how your mind feels, how the session feels. Like if you make observations of that, every time you then go into another deload period, you can flick back to these notes. And it's so easy to catalogue notes now that you can come back to it and be like, oh yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought. I'll be okay. I'm not going to go backwards. Things aren't all going to fall apart. And it will just give you that reassurance moving into it that it's the right thing to do. Now, you may or may not think, actually, at this point, well, hang on a minute, you're a coach. Why have you got a coach? Well, I know the power of coaching. And I know when I become accountable to someone who's prescribed the sessions, I know that I don't want to let them down. I want to perform at my best. And I want someone to take the decision-making process off me. And I understand the power of that. And delegating that to someone else who's got my back, who's in my corner, who can give me that bit of challenge and bit of support and guide me on the process, even though a lot of this, I sort of know the process, is fundamentally the thing that will turn the screw consistently. Now, I'm someone who trains hard, but knowing that this is catered for is like the icing on the cake. Times that over 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year. That is a huge difference. That's what closes the gap. So I'm a coach who has a coach because I believe in coaching. Clients are sorted now. I'm going to lunchtime, I'm going to have some food, and I'm going to make sure my bag is good to go, packing wise, for tomorrow's holiday.